This is something we gotta talk about. This was my first truck, a 2000 Toyota Tacoma, and it only had one issue: the frame. So I sold it and replaced it with this 2007 Toyota Tacoma. I drove this truck for a little over a year until I got in an accident. I attempted to get it repaired, but the shop informed me that the frame had rusted out in the rear. So as a result, I did the only thing that I know how to do at this point. I bought another truck with a bad frame. This summer, I decided that it'd be a good idea to coat the frame so that this truck didn't suffer the same fate that my previous trucks had. But unfortunately, after taking the bed off, I've found a couple issues. These leaf springs have these mounting plates that are riveted on. You can see, like, there's a rivet right there. There's a rivet down here. You know, there's rivets all over the place. And what happens is the moisture and salt and all the fun stuff that Wisconsin likes to put on their roads gets in between the rivets and actually causes all this pack rust to form, and it expands out. That leaves us to the problem that we have right now. The worst of it was on this side right here. I've already started cutting some of it away and getting at it. For me to really do this right, I'm gonna have to take this whole cross member out. This other side is gonna be a bigger pain because I've got these brake lines to deal with. Right now, I'm gonna start by knocking this cross member out. So, yeah, we'll go from there. This is gonna be a miserable job. This is not enjoyable. Oh, and to top it all off, I almost forgot. As I was climbing up out of here, I was trying to grab onto this. To help pull myself up, and I snagged the brake line. So now we also have a brake line to fix. Lovely. Okay. Now, for those of you wondering why I decided to get another problem truck, a couple reasons. You ever see the video of that truck on top of that building that just gets completely leveled? You know, that car was pretty indestructible. This thing is descended from the Toyota Hilux. Salt was their kryptonite. I'm tasked with putting back together Superman. So I'm basically just torching around where the rivets are. Well guys, we got that piece knocked out. This is all that was tucked back in between there. It was just rotting the frame from the inside out. Check out all of this rust. I mean, look at this. This is insane. I mean, this right here. Look at that. Oh look, there's a giant hole behind all that. Crazy. Look at that giant hole. Look at all this. It's definitely not good. We've got this big hole to patch here, which I think is where we're gonna start. And then after we patch all of this on the side, then I'm gonna move up and fix, you know, there's that hole right there we're gonna fix. The bottom actually looks okay. I won't have to do any patches on the bottom. That inner plate that was in here ended about here. I'm gonna bring it up to, you know, at least here or so. Well, I got the hole cut out. I got this template made right here. It's not a perfect cut, but what can you do? I'm gonna cut this out on the piece of steel and then we'll weld that in there. The reason why I'm not just making one big patch along this is because of the cab mounts. That's part of the cab mount up there. So that's why I'm doing this in like 2 separate instances. This will give a lot of structure back to this car, so that'll be good. Everything that you guys just saw was all filmed like a month ago. I had a vacation coming up and I just didn't have time to finish filming everything that I was doing to the truck. But I wanted to take some time now and actually get into the problem with these trucks. So the question is, why why do these frames go bad? It's not like the bad frames just affected a couple vehicles. It was every single one of Toyota's body-on-frame cars. So that's the Tacoma, the Tundra, the Land Cruiser, the Sequoia, the 4Runner. It's not a short list of affected vehicles. A lot of people have a lot of different opinions about why the frames had issues. The most common thing that I hear is because they were boxed frames. They were completely enclosed. It trapped the moisture inside of the frame rail, and since there was nowhere for that to go, it just rotted the frame from the inside out. However, I don't think that is the best reason why. For example, on my truck, the frame that I just did, it rusted out in a spot that wasn't even boxed in. So that argument really doesn't hold up. Other thing that I've heard is that Toyota just used cheap steel, which kind of makes sense. This isn't an endorsement to go pull off your bed and cut open the frame on your truck, because that is most definitely a very bad idea unless you know what you're doing. I did have a lot of help from my grandpa, who worked on a lot of trailer frames and truck frames. He was able to steer me in the right direction. One thing I will say, if you are gonna tackle this project, don't just put a flat piece underneath and call it good. Don't just cover it up. Actually torch it out till you find the good metal that's left in there. Patch it up, do it the right way. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to tune in to the next video because it's gonna be a good one. Until then, see you later.